Hello everyone. I am here with my very first challenge on my channel, and if you had watched a couple videos back, I did a scrap pack that I made for a friend of mine for Happy Meal. And so I kind of took that idea because I'm trying to downsize my scraps, and I realized there was no possible way that I could use all my scraps up because you just keep building your stash. So I decided that I wanted to go through and take some of the scrap paper that I won't use and make it into scrap packs for Happy Meal. So what I'm doing is I'm challenging you guys to do the same thing. You can use it as swaps, for, a partner that you just want to swap with them, or you could just keep it, put it in Happy Meal. You can make these smaller or larger, whatever you want to do. I'm going to show you the different ones that I've made. And also, this is the hashtag that I've created on Instagram. And it's hashtag HM for Happy Meal scrap packs. It's all one word, of course. And that way we can all see what everyone is creating and kind of share inspiration that way. So, I've asked Diane Shaw to do a collab with me. And so she is going to join us in this challenge. And so I will link her channel below. Once she gets her video up, I will come back and link that video in the description. So I would like for Emily at Emma Fimmer's Treasures to join me also. So if you guys want to invite anyone or challenge them, please do so. And everybody just link each other's links in the description so they can check everybody's video out. So I will show you what I have made. I made a bunch of different ones to just experiment and see what all different kinds we could come up with, and hopefully this will inspire you guys. This one here is just a bunch of scrap paper, and this was a piece of, it was a light cardstock that was double-sided. It's very old. I've had it forever. And I just folded it up and glued it on each side. Now you can sew it if you would like. And then I just stuffed all kinds of, different papers. And I used the same color scheme. This one, however, has been stapled. So you could just take it apart. And that way they're full size. They're longer. They're not just small pieces. So that is one idea that you can do. Just take a piece of paper and fold it up. And these here, these are really colorful. This is all the same paper, and this one is here. And what I did was I just took a piece of cardstock and I made a small pocket here to put some things in, and then you've got the full pocket in the back here. Okay, so I just glued it down, just cut whatever size I wanted for my little pocket, and then a full size here, or half size of the paper I should say. So then that way you can just stick your bigger pieces back here, and then your smaller pieces, because everybody has small pieces, and we can all use them. You put your small pieces here. And, like something this size is perfect for a banner or a paper clip, an altered paper clip. I mean, there's collaging. There's all kinds of things we can do. And, when we're done using our paper, sometimes we get tired of it, whatever. Other people might not have had it, and they would love some different papers. So, I would love to get something like this. And this lays really flat. And this will go in just, a small manila envelope. So it's cheap to mail, and it's perfect. You can do, different sizes. You can do larger, bigger. This one was the same way. I just made my envelope, or my pocket at the bottom, if you can see, it's a little bigger. But, because I had bigger pieces. And then there's just another pocket here. And this is just cardstock that I had in my scrap. And I just matched it with this cardstock. So, I was using up my scraps with these. Now here, this idea was really cute. These were from a paper pad. I don't remember which one because I've had it for so long. But these were just cut aparts, and they're cardstock. So I just cut the big one out here, and then the smaller one out like that, and then just made a pocket and just put all the paper down in there. So you just have one little pocket. It's already cute and decorated, and you can do that also. Of course, you can take these and you can embellish them, decorate them up, do whatever you want. We're going to make one today on camera, and I will show you a little bit of the embellishing. Now this one was just a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And as you can see, I have lined it all with washi tape, but I just made a booklet out of it by folding it up, and I trimmed out the middle a little bit so it, you know, would close nice. And then I glued it down on the sides. Then I just went back and put washi all around it just to give it, you know, a little decorative touch, because when you fold some of your cardstock, it will show the white when it cracks, and I didn't want that, and so I did this. Now you can also put, you know, you can embellish the front and put like a journaling card or something, you know, make it pretty, and it's still nice and flat, so it'll be easy to mail. You can, you know, embellish down here. You could even make more pockets. I didn't need any more pockets because these were all bigger sizes. So, you know, there's another one. And then there's this one, which we're going to make one like this today. This is a file folder that I just folded over and folded the flaps up, which I'm going to show you today, and then just made extra pockets here. So this has 2 pockets on each side, and so you can stuff your smaller things here, your bigger things here, and then I even made a pocket in the front to put some more because I had a lot of this paper. I just think that's so pretty. So I didn't embellish this one either. Like I said, I was using up my scraps. I wanted it to be just things from my stash that I could grab to send out in Happy Mail. A couple of these I already know where they're going, but then, you know, you can make these up, and so when you need Happy Mail, you've got it and you're good to go. So I'm going to show you how I made the file folder one. And you're just going to take a file folder, any size, it doesn't matter. And what I'm going to do is, before I even fold it, is I'm going to trim this edge off. Right to there. Okay, so now you're just going to take it and fold it up just to make you a pocket. And I'm working around my tripod, so I'm sorry if I hit the tripod. Let's see how far I want to go up. Let's go up a little further. I'm going to go up further because I'm going to put another pocket here. So, use this bone folder. Okay, so now you have your little booklet type thing. And I'm going to take a little bit out of the center here because it just doesn't want to close as well. So what I'm going to do is open it up, fold it like that. So I don't have my scissors. And you just want to take a very, very little bit, but the main part you want is this here in the corner because you want to take that bulk out. So I'm just going to take a sliver of that and see how that works. If I got that. Okay, that works good. So then it just closes nice because you're taking that little bit of bulk out there. Okay. Now, you can do, from here you can start decorating. You can put, you know, collage the background, decorate it up however you want. You can decorate the front, you know, whatever you want to do. I am going to go ahead and make my pockets, and then I'm going to decorate. So, to make my pockets, I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. And I am just going to close these pockets up. And like I said, you can sew these if you wanted to. That would be really, really cute. I cannot wait to get my overhead filming set up. Where's my, there it is. Make sure that's down. Okay. And I didn't buy new folders, file folders. These are some I had in my stash also, so they're older. But we're going to decorate this and make it look cute. And I've already picked out my paper because every time I see this paper I think of Diane. So I already knew the paper I was going to use for her for the swap. Okay, so now, is that down? Yep. We've got our 2 pockets. We got one here and of course one here. So now we're going to make another pocket here on each side. And so this is the paper that I'm using, some of it. There is a ton of scrap paper in here. Let's see what we got. And I did not separate it because, you know, that's just me. What you're going to do is you're going to pick out some paper that you would like to put like right here. And then you're going to make you an extra pocket for the smaller pieces. So we're just going to go through here and see what we got. And as you guys know, the ones of you that's been watching, I have just had such a horrible headache. And it finally eased up some today. So I'm trying to get what I can done. Tomorrow I'm going to the neurologist so they can do some more tests to see what's going on and why I'm getting these headaches. Let's see. I think I should have done this ahead of time, huh? I like this. See, a lot of this is running, the patterns are running a certain way. That would be cute too. Let's see. I'm going to be making a mess. I should have had the picked out, shouldn't I? But you can use different, you know, you could use 2 different prints, you know, whatever you want. I'm just using my scraps, so I'm not getting out full sheets to just decorate because I'm trying to use up my scraps. That's the purpose. That one I think is too small, that size. So we need it just a little bit wider. So what I'll probably do, let's see what these are. Well, these are a good size. This size would probably work better. And you know, the size is going to depend on the size that you have, you know, made your pockets. So there's another one. Let's see. Is that the same? That is the same. I think we'll use these here. Okay, so I'm just going to, am I in focus here? I'm just going to glue 3 sides down to make a pocket. And you can use any scrap paper you want. You know, you can use book pages, things like that too. You don't have to just use your design paper. I hope that's straight. Can't see. There we go. You know, to make your pockets, if you didn't want to waste your paper on making the pockets, you know, you could use you know, your book page scraps, you know, children's book pages, things like that. That's, you know, got some like florals or, you know, anything that's decorative. You could use those to make your pockets and then save your scrap paper. I have plenty here, so I don't have to worry about running out of scrap paper for this project. I hope that's straight enough. It's just going to have to do. This art glitter glue is awesome. It just sticks as soon as you put it down. Okay, so now we have a pocket here and a pocket here. And you can round the corners if you would, you know, like to round the corners, however you want to do it. I'm also going to put a large pocket in the front because I have a lot. And I might just stick with these cherries because those are really cute. And then what I will do is when I cut this off, I'll send her the extra piece in here. So she'll have a piece of this. I got another one too, so because I think this is really pretty, and to me this just screams Diane. So I think it is a little too tall, so we're going to cut it down just a little bit. And I don't measure nothing, guys. I just don't. Unless I have to, I do not. Okay, so we're just going to cut this down. And of course now we've got a couple more scraps that can be put in the scrap pack. So, and then that's going to be the pocket right there. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love that paper. Okay. It's funny when you get your paper back out and you're like, I'm not going to use that. And then you look at it and you're thinking, that is so pretty. I could use that for this or this. Which I am doing, the video I put out yesterday, you know, where I'm using up my scraps and I am making mason jars and spool cards and things like that for journaling cards for my journal. So when I'm ready, I can just throw those in my journal and I've got them, and then I'm using my paper too as I go. So that's one thing that one way that I'm using my paper. So okay, so we're just gonna go from here. Now you can decorate this up, which I might do a little bit, like a little cluster or something here. I don't want to do too much because I want to keep it flat. And the reason I'm trying to keep mine flat is because when you get, let me pull these two out. Say you have, say something like this, you got two of these. You can just stand these right up, you know, and store them. And there's nothing, you know, obstructing, pulling one in and out. They're just, and then you've got these little scrap packs of paper you can pull out for your collaging. So that's why I'm trying to keep mine flat. It is just to be functional. It's you know, we want it to be pretty, but we also want it to be functional. And for me, I don't want like flowers and all that just, you know, put on these, because these are for me to just grab, open up, and get what I want out. So I'm trying to keep them flat, but you could, you know, always put like an embellishment here, like a little journaling card that you've punched into a scallop or something like that, which is probably what I'll do, you know, just, and kind of layer it up a little bit, but still keep it flush. We don't want to make it, you know, really dimensional. I don't anyway. You guys can. You can do whatever you want. I can't wait to see how everybody decorates theirs. But me personally, I want to try to keep mine flat so I can just stack them up right here and just kind of line them up, and then all I gotta do is grab them. And I'm actually gonna make some of these for me with my scrap paper, so then my whole collection is right there. So all I gotta do is grab all that scrap, and everything that matches is gonna be in this little folder, and I can just open it up and, you know, get what I want. So, you know, that's a good idea just for you guys to make for yourself, just to have. So where are we at here? Okay, got a few more minutes. So what I'm going to do is show you, like this paper here is already cut down, so of course it could go right there. Some of it's not cut, so I would have to cut it down, and a lot of it you could even fold like this, so that way when they get it, they still have a large piece of paper, which I'm not gonna, you see, and it fits in there, because you don't want things like hanging over. But then what I will do is I will sit down and fill this up, which is going to take a while because I have to go through all the papers, and I have a ton here that I want to incorporate, but I have to go through it. And look at that, my old barn door. Is that just not Diane right there? So yeah, I'm going to just gather up a bunch of different papers that I want to send to her, and a lot of these are large, so I can either fold them over or cut them down. So some of these I'm going to cut down, and what I'll do is just kind of cut it in half somewhat, and then just fill, you know, the pockets up, and I'll layer all different papers so, you know, it looks good. And then take the smaller pieces and then put them in this pocket here, you know, these two pockets, and then I'm just going to fill it up, and then she will have some paper to you know, do collaging or whatever. She can make journaling cards out of these, because some of these, like these, are pretty big and I've just folded them over. Even the ones I haven't, you know, that's a large piece. You can make a journaling card or tag out of that. So I hope I'm making sense to you guys. Then you have all these little strips, you know, left over that you can add. Because, you know, we have a lot of offcuts when we are, you know, measuring our journals out, trimming them down, I should say. You know, so we get a lot of these little strips and these offcuts. So, and these are nice for a lot of things. These are really good for paper ribbons. You know, those are good for paper ribbons and things. There's a small piece, so we'll tuck that there. Oh, I love this print too. Look at this. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Of course, no, I'm not measuring, but you know, it's somewhat in half. And then we're just going to keep layering. And I'm going to put as much as I can in here. I mean, I'm going to just fill it full. So, you know, it's up to you how much you put in there. And of course, it's going to depend on how much paper you have. For how much you would put in there, you know. Some of the ones that I'd made, you know, I didn't have as much. So, they didn't have as much in them. And then a couple of them was really busting at the seams. So, like that there. Put that back there. And see, like here's just, this has been ripped or something. I don't even know if you can see that. But it's no big deal. You know, this is scraps. It does not have to be straight. They don't have to be cut perfect. Throw them in there. People are not going to care. They're going to take it, say like this here. I punched a tab out, if you can see that. Of course, me, I would cut it down. I'm telling you guys not to, but I would cut it down. But you don't have to, is what I'm saying. You don't have to cut that down. You can just put it in there like that. I would not care to receive one that had not been cut down, if that makes any sense. So, you know, my OCD is just not going to let me get away with not cutting that down. But, yeah, so that's how we're going to do this. We're just going to keep filling it full. And I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me continue to do that. And I'll probably go back and kind of organize it with by color and stuff, because that will drive me nuts. But I'm just kind of throwing it in here for the video, you know, in time's sake. Just showing you how to just keep layering it and fill it up, which I'm sure you already know. But I do want to see your all's projects, so use the hashtag HM Scrap Packs, which is Happy Mail Scrap Packs. Post them on Instagram. Let's share with each other everything that we're making. If you do a video, you know, link me below and let me know so I can watch your video. I would love to see what you guys come up with. You know, all the decorating and embellishing that you guys might want to do. I'd love to see that. Like I said, I'm trying to keep mine flat just because for me, I want to be able to store mine and just grab them out and, you know, be able to use them easy. Now, I am going to do a little bit of something on the front, but I'm going to wait, and maybe even on these too. But I want to leave some of this for a surprise for Diane. But you could even put a smaller pocket. Not that small, but, you know, let's turn it this way so you can see what I'm saying. You can even put a smaller pocket here, or even just do like a small one here. And that, you know, that's pretty and decorated, and then add just a couple little embellishments there, which is probably what I'll do, because I want to use every bit of this space I can to make use of it. So, of course, that don't match. If I had one, I could show you real quick. I don't like the way that one's running. Let's see. Let me show you what I'm saying. You probably already know, but I'm gonna just show you here what I'm trying to spit out. So you could just put a piece right here and then just glue that down, and then you've got another little spot, and maybe you want to add a few little tags or something, you know, mini things that you wanted to send along, which, you know, I have some things that I'm going to put in here besides the scrap paper, just because, you know, I want to send her a few other things. So, you know, you could make little pockets just to send something in particular, you know, that you can also take glassine bags and you could adhere it on here, and then you've got, besides the pocket, you've got this whole bag that you can put stuff in. So that's another idea. You know, just come up with ways to make as much out of this space as you can. And then, like I said, tag, do your hashtag, and if you want to tag me on Instagram, you can find me from on Handmade from Lisa. You know, I'm also on Facebook. I have a Facebook group and a Facebook page that's Handmade from Lisa. So anywhere you go, that's where you're going to find me. Everything I have, my shop and all, is under Handmade from Lisa. And like I said, I will link Diane's video below once she gets her video up. And I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're subscribed. Stay tuned. I have a couple things coming up that I think you'll really like. And you guys have a blessed day. Bye.